If you grew up renting VHS tapes, the name Seagal still conjures images of Steven snapping arms in a dark hallway. But tonight, the legacy didn't show up in a leather jacket. It arrived in the shape of his daughter. Arissa LeBrock walked through the ropes, wrecked her opponent in under 4 minutes flat, and left the entire women's locker room blinking like they'd stared into the sun. What the hell did we just watch? Steven Seagal's resume is basically a love letter to broken bones. Under siege, above the law, hard to kill. Pick one. Somebody's ligaments are going the wrong way. His 7 kids grew up watching Dad toss stuntmen through breakaway tables while real bodyguards winced on the sidelines. Arissa, the quiet middle child, paid the closest attention. Picture a scrawny 16-year-old on the family's private range outside L.A. Rifle in one hand, Aikido Joe staff in the other, already smoother at wrist lock drills than half Dad's stunt crew. To the outside world, she was just another pretty face on the runway. Mac Duggal gowns, Vogue Italia covers, the whole deal. Inside the Seagal dojo, though, she was the kid who could redirect a punch before the arm finished the thought. Reporters kept asking if she'd star in action movies, critics waited for her to trip over the family brand, and every red carpet hack wanted proof she could actually kick or was just good at pretending. Polite smiles only buy you so much time. Eventually, the itch to prove yourself wins. Wrestling. Sounded nuts. Loud, theatrical, built on chaos, but that same chaos offered something Hollywood never could. No stunt doubles, no second takes, no safety net. Just you, the opponent, and a bell. Late 2019. Arissa slips into Orlando on a red-eye, signs the try-in sheet as A. LeBrock, and keeps her mouth shut about lineage. 2 days of rope running, bump taking, promo cutting in front of Fit Finlay and Sarah Del Rey. Verdict, great look. Legit martial arts background, needs polish. Day 3, she goes for a springboard drop kick, lands a hair off, and her knee folds like cheap lawn furniture. MRI speaks 3 little career killers: ACL, MCL, meniscus. WWE Medical shakes its head. The Performance Center door slams shut. Wrestling Twitter spends the afternoon lighting meme fires. Seagal's daughter banned for life. WWE disaster. The usual cruelty. 6 months on crutches reruns every fear she's ever had. NXT episodes blur, the knee drains and redrains, depression camps on the couch. She ghosts social media, ignores agency calls, wonders if the last name is a curse. One random Tuesday, Dustin Rhodes rings. "Got mats in time," he says. "No promises, just a shot." Section 3. Rebuilding at the Rhodes Wrestling Academy. Dustin Rhodes knows what it's like when your dad's shadow has its own entrance music. He flies her to Charlotte, hands her a key to the academy, and tells her to start from nowhere. Month 1 is humbling. She can't jog, let alone run the ropes. So it's knee sled pushes at dawn, slow-motion chain wrestling at dusk, and BJJ rolls with a purple belt coach who refuses to baby the famous last name. Progress comes in millimeters. Week 6, a light jog. Week 10, a single leg without hitting the floor. Dustin barks corrections, never praise. The name on your driver's license is irrelevant once the bell clangs. Gradually, the knee stops sounding like bubble wrap, movement sharpens, and something new comes together. MMA-style submissions blended with Dad's wrist-lock kung fu theater. 6 days a week she's on the mat. BJJ in the morning, ring psychology in the afternoon, striking at night. Promos morph from polite model speak to short, cold promises. Dismantle princesses, take trophies. Indie fans leave tiny armories asking, "Who's the woman tapping guys twice her size?" Word spreads faster than spoilers. Summer 2025. She's been wrestling under the name Arissa Sei. Sei for Seishin, Japanese for spirit. 17 matches, 0 losses. Every finish via the standing wrist lock she calls the shin knot. No mention of Dad on camera. The only clue is the black hakama jacket she wears to the ring. Meanwhile, WWE Creative needs fresh meat for Rhea Ripley's Wrecking Ball. Someone, whispers say Shawn Michaels, drops a folder on Triple H's desk. Grainy phone videos of this shooter tying grapplers into balloon animals. No vignettes, no teasers, just one surprise appearance, one statement match, one new star born live. Minneapolis is already loud, Ripley's open challenge turned down by every heel in the zip code. House lights die. One spotlight. Arisa walks down the ramp in that same black hakama, and the crowd realizes who she is about half a second before commentary does. Bell rings. Victoria Blackwood charges. Arisa catches the wrist, folds the arm, gasps, ripple. Blackwood escapes, lands a dropkick, small pop, then eats a knee bar so tight the ref's hand hovers. Sequence turns surgical. Double leg, mount, elbows, scarf hold, smooth as breathing into the shin knot. Tap comes quick, polite almost, but Arisa holds an extra heartbeat to make sure everyone knows this wasn't dance class. Arena detonates. Corey Graves yells, "That's not wrestling, that's a mugging!" Fans start the holy chant and forget how to finish when Arisa grabs the mic. She stares straight at Ripley at ringside and says, "Champion, I've broken arms on 3 continents. Bring that belt next week, I'm not asking." Fade to black. Twitter becomes unusable. Shocker Seagal shock trends worldwide in minutes. ESPN's Crawl compares the debut to Lesnar-level dominance. Locker room interviews leak. Bianca Belair admits she's watched the shin knot 6 times trying to reverse engineer it. Liv Morgan tweets a single wide-eyed emoji and nothing else. Ripley storms into NXT the next night, cuts a promo about ripping silver spoons out of mouths, but fans catch the micro-tremble in her voice. Backstage whispers claim Vince wants her fast-tracked straight to SummerSlam. AEW supposedly waived a 6-figure check, but sources say she quietly signed a multi-year WWE deal the day medical cleared her in 2023. The company now has to pick skip NXT entirely or let her run a massacre through the black and gold first. Either way, the women's division has a new apex predator who isn't here for followers or catchphrases. Just gold. So, who do you want to see her annihilate first? Rhea for the title? Becky Lynch in a striker versus shooter dream fight? Hit the comments with your booking fantasy. Best idea might show up in next week's video. If this story lit you up, smash like and subscribe for more wrestling deep dives. Arisa LeBrock didn't ride her father's coattails. She tore them off, knotted them into a garrote, and strangled doubt with it. The Seagal name once sold movie tickets. Tonight it sold out an arena. And if her debut's any hint, the women's division's about to need a bigger stretcher.